Well, hello, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Excuse me. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, December the 4th, 2024. Man, I can't believe I'm saying that. December the 4th already. Well, not too much happened. I mean, Laura and Lulu, they had their mother-daughter reunion. Laura had to break it to Lulu about Spencer being missing. She didn't necessarily say dead, but she said, well, yeah, I think she did say he's no longer with us or couldn't be found or whatever she said. But she said that, and then she had to tell Lulu about Charlotte because Lulu was finally insisting on, can you call Valentine? I need to speak to Charlotte. I want to, see her if I can. So Laura had to break the news to Lulu about that. And of course, Lulu's going to get up. She's putting on her shoes. And Laura's like, where are you going? I'm going to find Charlotte. I'm going to find her myself. I'm going to start with Windermere. And she goes, honey, Lulu, honey, wait. Windermere has been vacant for months. There's nothing at Windermere. And look, she's like, well, I'm going to go find. Yeah, oh, incision. Bandage hasn't been changed. Medication hasn't been given. You know how much actual pain physically she should be in from that surgery? Come on now, General Hospital. So Laura finally puts it, she goes, Lulu, I'm taking you to the hospital. She's like, no, no, I got it. And Laura looked at her and she says, I am your mother and I'm taking care of you tonight. And we're going to the hospital. See, that's what it took. It took bringing out the belt, didn't it? you know, like I ain't playing with you, girl. See, all this reunion we've been doing for an hour or more should have been done at the hospital. But now, mind you, Kevin comes home and he says hi to Lulu and Laura's like, where's little Ace? Oh, he was having so much fun with the nanny. I left him with her. Isn't the nanny a hired babysitter, right? And I thought the nanny pretty much works in your house because if the nanny ain't working in your house and you taking your child or the toddler infant over to the person to take care of them, that's the babysitter. Okay. So, in other words, you just said, you know what? You're going to keep him tonight. What is that? I just shook my head. I said, what's that? They would have done better with little Ace being upstairs asleep, which is why Lucky stayed. I could have lived with that. Kevin should have walked in the door, said hi to Lulu, looked at Laura, and said, oh, is Ace already asleep? I wanted to tuck the little fella in. That would have sounded better than I left him with the nanny. He was having so much fun. How much fun could he have been having? What is that? Anyway, let me get off that. So Laura's going to take her to the hospital. Really tender moments between Alexis and Molly, TJ and Jordan and Curtis, right? See, contrary to Rick telling Alexis how Molly can't stand her, knows she's a bad mother. No, Molly doesn't. No, Molly doesn't at all. Her and her mother are close. It's just, see, thank goodness Christina was home. Because if Christina would have been there, that tender moment wouldn't have happened. Molly would not have let her guard down enough to truly talk to her mother. So I'm happy Alexis was by herself. Portia, not Portia, Jordan and Curtis Curtis told Jordan everything. How Drew was playing him, how Drew had something going on with Willow. He goes, Drew, okay, he goes, I don't know why I'm trying to protect him. He ain't trying to protect me. Okay. Drew and Willow kissed, told Jordan that. And Jordan was like, said, yeah, but you know what? And that's what Drew, that's all Drew told me they did. He said, but Drew did tell me he's developing feelings for Willow. It's more complicated. He said, but what Michael insinuated is it's more than a kiss. That's what he told Jordan. And Jordan's like, but didn't you tell me that Nina? And he goes, yeah, Nina's alluded to me that she and Drew have something going on as well. And Portia is like, oh, I mean, Jordan's like, oh, that's messy. Messy, right? Yeah, messy. So he was saying that he's leaning towards, working with Michael. And so Jordan said, let me tell you, be careful. Can you trust Michael? See, I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust Michael's motives, Curtis. And you can't trust Drew's. So what you gonna do? He goes, you know, Jordan said, play them both. And Curtis looked at her and he said, I like the way your mind, or he may have even said devious mind, works. She says, no, let's see what you can get out of this. I'm like, go ahead, Jordan. I ain't mad at you. And that's when TJ walked in and he was gonna leave, but they're like, no, 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 you come in here. You look like you need to talk. So he as it's funny the way they played it, as Molly is telling the story to Alexis unfolding, they would cut to TJ telling his side to Jordan and Curtis. I like the way they went back and forth with that. I really, really do. Um, Anna. So Jason does go see her at her place. And we got to find Charlotte. We've got to. And Jason's like, you know what, Anna, you've got to get rid of that guilt. Because she said, maybe I made some bad decisions. Maybe it's because I shot her. And now I wanted to, oh, what? He goes, Anna, look, that's in the past. You got to move past that and let that go. We have to deal with the task at hand, and that's finding Valentine. I could do this on my own. He said, I said I would help you. And when he said that, I thought, Jason, what about your son? What about your son? But and then Anna, eyes are so teary. You're being too hard on yourself. And I'm like, no, she's playing you some more. Bingo, bozo, stone cold. You don't see this manipulation on her part? It's what she's doing to you right now. So he says, I think I have a way of getting Valentine to bringing Charlotte back here all on his own. So he goes out the door. She goes, well, what is it? And he just walks out the door. He's like, let me work on this. So hopefully they're going to do it, which I feel they're going to do it so he does not have to leave town at all, which is how they should do it. He should not leave town, you know. Now, um, Dante goes to see Cody, brings some beers, and he's telling Cody Lulu's alive, and Cody's like, wait a minute, what? And he said, yeah, she left Turney Woods, hitched a ride, and came to Port Charles. And Cody told him, I picked up a hiker today. Blonde, had a hoodie. He goes, how come you didn't recognize her? He goes, because I was expecting her to still be in a coma. you know. So they talked and they had a good chit chat about that. Dante's happy for Rocco. And then Brooklyn comes barging in. Tracy blowing up her phone. Somehow the horse, I guess her horse had some little abscess or something wrong with the hoof, and she wanted progress on her horse. And Cody wasn't answering his phone, and She's just going, going, going. And Brooklyn's like, oh, I'll just tell her you down here drinking. And so Dante said, that's because Lulu's awake. She goes, I don't think Tracy will have too much to say to Cody. She goes, why? Once she finds out Lulu's awake. And she's like, what? Lulu's awake. Oh, well, I'm happy to hear it. She's saying it, but it sure didn't show on her face, right? She wasn't like scowling, but there was no love lost between her and Lulu. And so she says, okay, well, should I tell Granny about Lulu? And Dante said, no, because she goes, okay, I'll just tell Granny about Lulu. And Dante says, well, you know what? Let Lulu tell Tracy. And in my mind, I'm thinking, no, why wouldn't they just tell Tracy? Come on now. Don't have to come from Lulu. So she goes, well, okay, then you know what, Cody? You call Granny and explain to her. I've got something to do. I'm busy. So she storms out of there, and Cody looks at Dante and says, oh, and they brought up when they were at camp and how the boys tried to steal the canoes from the girls' camp. And, they like, we weren't stealing them, we were borrowing the canoes, and yada, yada, yada. See, they had to bring that up. So when she left, and Cody says, how come I would expected her to look happier to find out Lulu is out of her coma. And Dante said, well, there's no real love loss between Lulu and Brooklyn. And Cody says, oh, so what? Brooklyn decided she wanted you back after all those years in camp from camp? And Dante says, no, none of the sort happened. Uh yeah, there's an incident happened with Brooklyn, but Carly paid her to break me and Lulu up. And he goes, wow. And he goes, did it work? He goes, no. So he just says, man, see right there, that little tidbit. So that's telling you it was Dante and Lulu that hooked up at camp. Mm-hmm. They just put that little breadcrumb for us all. They put that breadcrumb. I noticed. Did anybody else notice that? So, but who cares? I mean, so boring. Such a boring story. So that's it. Let's go to Comic Corner. Comic Corner. This time, what I did was I went from the middle. I just scrolled down, and I just let it stop wherever the scroller stopped, and I'm gonna start right here, and I'm gonna go to the bottom of the comments. So I don't want to hear Daily Recap. Didn't want to read my comment. I went to scroll wherever it stopped, and I'm gonna read from there. T. Dominique said, Jason better tell Anna to kick rocks um, with flip flops. So that's funny. Yeah, well, he didn't. And I was very upset at that. Why doesn't she ask Lucky to help her find Valentine? Charlotte is his niece, and he has some of Luke in him. I'm sure he could be helpful, but Jason is not available. Well, Jason let her know he is available. I can't believe it. Wendy says Anna thinks everyone is like her. She left Robin all the time. Anna needs to take several seats. That is so true. PE says, hi, Daily Recap Lady. My friends told me Drew was paddle boarding on the lake. Okay. I knew whoa, whatever. All right. Cindy says, Dex should have brought Cyrus uh, to the PCPD, and the whole thing should have been handled there instead of meeting up in the mayor's office. I know. What is that? Uh, Carlos says maybe Laura will convince Lulu to go to the hospital. Well, in the end, she ended up having to insist that she takes Lulu to the hospital. Lisa says Molly is wrong. Rick didn't need her testimony. No, he did not. The jury needed to know that Christina was warned not to go, and going to Ava would do no good. Rick could have tried to call Sonny to the stand if he knew Christina stopped by before going to Ava's. Nah, Sonny wouldn't have had nothing to do with that. But he would have lied on the stand. Sonny, yeah, no. Sonny, that was he. Sonny wouldn't have known anything. The jury needed the whole picture. As for Sonny, he disliked Rick. That he can't even see that what Rick said was the truth, and nothing resolved, and not everything revolves around Sonny. Well, where Rick is involved, it does. He just told Alexis, okay, good. If what I said got under you and Sonny's skin, bonus points for me. Yeah. Kim says, I love when the other Carly with Michael with the orange hair. He was so cute. Oh, the younger Michael? Yeah, I liked him too. Wonder what this little actor is about now. And Marie says Danny is alone. Jason needs to stay put for must mean a while. Now forget Valentine. Exactly. Forget about Valentine. Wendy says, and forget Anna too. Anna wasn't that much of a parent to Robin. She was always on some 007 adventure. She just wants to spend time with Valentine. Marie says they found the remains. They found remain that Cassadine's put there. They found the remains that Cassadine's put there. I don't get that. DB says, I love Lulu. She plays the part like it was always her. Yes, she has fallen into that part of Lulu. She probably is going to be the best Lulu because, quite frankly, I wasn't that fond of the other Lulu. This one, yes. I liked the Lulu before the last one, the Lulu that was a teenager, to me, that looked the most like Laura. And then now Alexis Hayden is just, oh yeah, I'm loving her as Laura. Um, Fast forward, Natalia and Sonny have no chemistry. Rick is far from perfect, but he will do anything for his Molly. Glad he is there for her. Well, he'll do anything for her while he's in town. She, he hadn't been around. Aisha says, where there goes Anna again. She already knows that Spinelli is scouring the internet for Valentine's electronic trail and possibly trying to hack Brennan's WSB computer. It's going to take as long as it needs to take. Too bad if it's not fast enough for her. Spinelli is just a one-man operation. He's not a machine. If Jason was available and willing to track Valentine down, he has to have some actual information before uh, going into action. And that's Spinelli's department. If Spinelli does come with the location, nobody needs to go anywhere. Just say Valentine and send them a message. Maybe even call them. Cooking with Monica. Remember Luke's ashes blew up in Scotty's face. Really? Luke's ashes blew up in Scotty's face. I don't remember that. I am did laugh, laugh, laugh. I don't remember that. Um, Lynn says hi. Hi, Lynn. Wendy says the writers uh, trip out. I am a lame storyline, ridiculous scenes, like Laura's scene, acting so surprised and concerned as soon as they said she's improving. Everyone disappeared, no concerns, no visits, only creepy Cyrus. Just unbelievable. He's got plans and they're not good. Everyone is sleeping on this maniac. Yeah, they are. Dacia says, when will Carly find out that what Drew did to Michael and Willow's Mary, Michael and Willow. Mary drew that Willow to lie to Michael. Okay, that sentence didn't quite make sense. Drew just leave town before Sonny Corinthos finds out what Drew did to Michael's marriage. Carly will destroy Drew. Wendy says, I wouldn't mind Drew leaving. I'm sick of him. I don't understand why Drew is not running for his life, knowing what Jason did. He should be wait, he should fearful of what Sonny will do. Must be fearful. LaShawn says Dante should have got Willow and had her check on Lulu. Should have taken her to the hospital. But you're right about that. Willow, everybody else could get Willow. If it was something happened to Drew, they'd be running to go get Willow. Dacia says, "Why aren't Anna? Um, why can Anna go find Valentine and Charlotte herself? Danny needs his father with him. Jason Morgan doesn't need to go anywhere because Danny needs him. Anna can go kick rocks. I believe that Blaze gotta have Christina's baby. Blaze left town. She took no, I don't believe that at all. She does not have. How could Blaze have Christina? No, that story is gonna happen. Dacia, is not gonna happen. Brenda says you're right, Miss Lady. Thank you. Either she runs into Dex or Isaiah. You're right, or Isaiah. We shall see what General Hospital is going to do. They already did start laying the ground about Isaiah. You're right. Oh, I don't want to see that. Denzel says, "What is the point of Natalia's character still doing here, talking to Sunny, that her children doesn't want anything to do with her? Like so, who cares when they have sex on General? Wait, who cares when they have Dex on General Hospital still? I don't know why Dex is there, but he's a doppelganger character at this point. It's either they're going to write the character off, um, like they need to do with something for the character, like put him with a Molly storyline, something because it's like he's completely wasted character at the moment. Yeah, he's just a little cop. Then Sonny's talking to Natalia uh, that his brother Slick Rick came for Christina the same way that Jagger came for Christina. So you tell me that Sonny is gonna shoot and kill his own brother? I don't think so. Rick's done worse to Sonny than that. Slick Rick just Slick Rick. That's just my theory. I guess they're slowly putting Sunny and Natalia together. I don't think they're going to really go too far. Just put them together already before 2025 already. Nah, nobody wants to see them together. And then we're going to go down to Alicia. Alicia says, I wasn't aware that Luke's body had been recovered either, Daily Recap Lady. I remember Victor had a little was being a little coy about it when he had a discussion with his henchmen. I know, I don't know. Lucy says, "Love Tuesday's episode on GH. I wish Lulu Spencer would see a doctor." Me too. And that's the bottom of the comments. That's it for Comment Corner. I will be back tomorrow for another daily episode of a General Hospital.